welcome to the Whiskey Reaper channel. I am the one and only. I see you, baby. Everybody out there, hello, I see you. Hey, today is going to be a fun show for all the ladies wondering what's going to happen in this show. The title of this show is called Show Us Your Meat and Wine, Reaper. Show us on the live stream. We're going to do a good show today. I don't care what anybody says, okay? I do double intros in my motherfucking stream. That's just how I roll. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one and only show. If you don't know who I am already, you can call me the Reaper. Hello, everybody, all around the world, all around the planet, all around our universe. You know what? I can tell you, shit, the stock market. Holy shit, have you been seeing the banks? Holy shit, what a nosedive. And is that going to make a domino effect of, most of the stock market is going down? Is most of all the stocks that you see today that are going down? You know what? I'm going to a different rabbit hole. Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you, if you can, do me the favor, hit the like button for the stream. It does help out a bunch. I just finished working out. I didn't do no yoga. I got no, I don't have any right now. I didn't do no meditation. This is all me, baby. And, God, I feel I have energy. I have missed many of you out here. I see you guys. I missed all of, let me go around the room. Melissa Villanueva, Boston Collector. I can tell you, Boston Collector, I see you, man. I see you. Also, I do tell you, Boston, I apologize, but I have to do this to you, Boston. I have to take away the wrench, even though you helped me out in the show. I just haven't seen you too often, and, I do tell everybody, when I'm around you guys, I want to give around wrenches to the people that, back me up, and so far, Boston, you haven't said anything bad to me in the watch community, and I applaud you. But I can also say, you haven't said anything good about, defended me much. So, the wrench, it's just a wrench, Boston Collector. You're always welcome to ask anything about whiskeys, about anything out here. But I had to take away the wrench from you. Also, Rizzle D. I see you, Rizzle D. Also, the one and only. I see you, Esther. And then also, we do have a couple other people that are jumping into the show now. This is a last minute stream like I always do, and I can tell you today's stream Show us the meat, Reaper, and the wine. Reaper, show us on the live stream. This is what I'm going to do on this live stream. I'm officially going to be showing you one of them. Not officially both of them, but I can show you one of them, and we're going to go down the rabbit hole all together. I want to tell you guys, and the ladies out here too, the ladies are really going to enjoy this show. For all of you ladies that enjoy the show, that I talk about whiskey, this is a show that you're really going to enjoy. And by the way, I am wearing my my daily right now. I can tell you that for the people that have been enjoying the watch news, the watch talk, I really tell you guys, all the channels that I have ever given you, JJ's Hangout, if you're into budget watches, JJ's Hangout, just amazing. Let me take this off, ladies. Let me see. I'm looking pretty good. The only thing is, I'm trying to get back to my routine. I was doing 200 push-ups per day, and you know, I had to change my routine. So ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you, if you can't do me the favor, hit the like button for this stream. It does help out a bunch. And we're gonna go down the rabbit hole right now. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. It does help out. I don't want to be that person that tells you over and over, you know. So anyways, we do have another comment. I see you, the wizard. I see you. He says top dollar. You know what? There's watch community. The watch community I've been hanging out with, because it's just, to me, look, I wear watches every day. I enjoy the watch talk. I learn about the movements. I think all of you already know that. But there has been drama going on in the watch community. And I will tell you guys, the watch news and the drama, there's two different things. There's either drama in the watch community, which the drama would be, you know, certain people scamming other people, and this is why I left a certain stream. I noticed there's a lot of scamming going on in certain stream, and you know, I don't want to be involved in that. That's not a good look, and I think for anybody that starts scamming people over and over, nobody says anything, it's gonna catch up to you, man. It's really gonna catch up to you, and you know, I kind of want to say that, you know, I'm an American, and I should feel that all Americans should, you know, should represent a certain way. But I guess the values, certain people have different values. And I think we have to all understand that there's Americans that they will not act like me. But I have been in Watch Nicholas's channel. You can watch him. He tunes you in with Curly into news, like drama-related news, and then Archie Luxury Show. You will see most of the news that everybody wants to know about. The Rolexes, the new Rolexes coming out. Maybe if there's a new, you know, a new Omega coming out, you can see it on the Archie Luxury. I did notice that Archie Luxury knows a lot about movement. He knows a lot about watch. He's been doing this for a long time. So for the people that say that he doesn't know anything, well, you know what? I have noticed that he does know a lot. He's very, very knowledgeable. But let's go for the first thing. I want to show you guys wine. And, you know, I've been showing you guys wine in most of my shorts. There's a reason why I've been showing you it, because most of them out here are finished in bourbon barrels, whiskey barrels. And I think it's fabulous to know that all us Americans, we drink whiskey, as you see here, but I also can get myself a wine that that is completely finished in a certain barrel. Let me drink a little bit of water. I haven't drank any water, and this is last minute. You know, I was late to this show, my own show. Let me take a sip. By the way, anybody wants a free dog, I don't know whose that dog is. 20, what is it, like 20 yards away. I can hear it every day. Jumps out like if it's Superman. And I have officially called him Superman. Never seen him before. But I do know if anybody's interested, free dog. Anyways, I will tell you guys, I'm going to show you guys some whiskey today that I'm drinking. And for the moment, I want you guys to know what I'm drinking today. This is what I'm going to be officially drinking on the stream with you guys. This is the Prideful Goat Whiskey. This is officially, okay, 6-year-old rye whiskey. And if you find this one, you probably will see this one around $80. Really, really fabulous. And I can tell you, for all the people that enjoy whiskeys, I think most of the ones that you will be paying like maybe top dollar for, have a look at maybe the back of it. If you look at the back of it, you'll officially know where it's from. This one's from Texas, and I can tell you this is fabulous, very amazing. Really do love this one. So, okay, look, we're going to start the show off by showing you some things that I've been drinking lately. To start off, I want to start off by telling you guys, this one over here, I have been trying this, well, I've been trying a lot of different wines that are finished in bourbon barrels, whiskey barrels. Lately, supposedly, it is blasphemy, okay, to be doing this in the wine industry. If you ever finish it in a whiskey barrel, to them, to any winemaker, it is the worst thing possible. It's kind of like if a whiskey master distiller of a whiskey company, he got a whiskey and he put it in maybe a plastic barrel, or maybe even put cheese in that shit. If he did something crazy that's just beyond, like, just crazy, the master distillers at the whiskey companies, they would not like that. They would say it's horrible, it's fucking shit. So with the wine, I have learned that what I'm drinking over here, what they're saying, all the wine connoisseurs, all the winemakers, and all the people that are into wine, they've all been saying that any wine that is finished and aged in any whiskey, it is completely straight dookie. And I can tell you that, I haven't much wine. I've been getting into it, and I do know the basics. I know most of us know the basics about wine, but when it comes to a bourbon drinker, a whiskey drinker, you get caught up with some of these wines. This is a good example of a wine that I got caught up into, because it did say it was a red wine, and it did say that it was aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels. Obviously, they put these in used, okay, very used, probably used and abused barrels. So you're basically paying for the gimmick, and you're paying for a sweeter wine. So I initially thought that, and when I started buying wines, I started buying the cheaper wines. I started buying the ones that were $9, $10, $11. And then, I started noticing that most of them, they're very sweet. You can get a lot of oak characteristics that you would get on some of the whiskeys. You get the oak note on most of the 15-year-olds and the 18 and above whiskeys. Well, when it comes to wine, I have noticed that if you just finish it in at least 3 months or maybe 6 months of these wines being put into a certain bourbon barrel, whiskey barrel, you will get a lot of oaky note onto your wine. So if you like any of the sweetness on a wine, if you like a finish that is just very much, it's like not too dry, just sweet, you would probably like the bourbon aged wine and the whiskey barrel aged wine. I'm just so wrapped up in the whiskey and the wine that I'm getting caught up. But anyways, this one is one of the ones that I tried recently. I think I had it yesterday. And this is just, I think this one goes for, I believe, $14. And I can tell you, it's just horrible. It's horrible to see that, I don't know anything about the wines that I'm purchasing. I just buy them knowing that they're new. And I know that they're finished. And so, when you get these, most people are going to say, hey, this is the worst thing you can buy. It is blasphemy. It's horrible. It's horrendous. If you have a proper wine, it has to be cured perfectly. It has to be aged right. It has to be done in a proper way. And just to throw it into a barrel, it's horrible. So I do get a lot of hate when it comes to that. And even if you read the reviews, there's also a lot of connoisseurs that hate this. So let me put this away. This is just one of them. I actually thought this was probably not going to get this one again. This was probably one of my least favorite, but I still enjoyed it. I still drank it. I had it with some cigar. So I'm going to show you over here. Now, some of the wine that I've had, I've thrown away already the bottle, so I don't have out here. I was looking to see if I had one out here. I don't have one. I've had quite a couple wines that are finished in whiskey barrels. Now, I did buy a load of wines today. I'm going to be trying some of them with certain meals. And certain meals that I'm having, obviously, you all know, red meat is the way to go with Cabernet. So this one, I bought this one today. Now, I can tell you guys, this is a whiskey show, but I want to kind of transition more stuff into the channel. And what better way to, on the live stream, to tell you guys that there are stuff out there that you're going to probably enjoy. And I ended up buying this one just because of the points. It was 92 points. I can tell you that there's different point chart makers. I can't tell you enough. If you see one that says wine enthusiast and you see the points, it's a buy. I didn't notice that this wasn't wine enthusiast, but either way, I can tell you I bought this one today. Very cheap, very cheap. It's a Cabernet. I was actually looking for other Cabernets that were finished in certain whiskey barrels, but I said, you know what, why not just straight up just go for some of the red wines that are strictly made for any wine connoisseur. So I bought this one. I'm gonna probably pop this one tomorrow or today. But this is one of the wines that I did purchase recently. Now, for the people watching, I have a couple whiskeys out here. One of the whiskeys that I tell you guys most of the time to get is any single barrel that you see at the store. I'm going to transition back into whiskey now. This over here, this is New Riff. If you see this one at the stores, I do recommend you to get it. If you're into vanilla, very, very much of a beautiful, smooth vanilla note, you will really enjoy this one. And I try to tell everybody, okay, whenever you see some whiskeys out there that say single barrel, usually they're the king of the crop. Really do enjoy this one. I have a couple of these bottles. This one is already halfway. Really enjoy this one. This is the New Riff single barrel bourbon whiskey, and the proof on this one is 113 proof. Very beautiful. I will also say, if you get any of these, okay, any of these high West bottles, very phenomenal. You do see this one here, Stag Junior, just amazing, fabulous. But I will tell you, when it comes to high proof, just like everybody knows, I tell you, drop a little bit of drops of water. I'm going to give you a good example now, because this one, as a matter of fact, I'm going to probably drop a little bit of drops of water on this one that I'm having now. I just finished the workout. As a matter of fact, I usually do an hour workout, but today I've been so busy that I haven't been able to actually do a full workout because I wanted to do this show before anything. Melissa over here says, don't forget to vote. Yes, it's always recommended for all of you. It's free. You don't have to do much. All you have to do is click that button, and it helps out the channel, and it helps your experience, and it also helps out other people, because I did not promote this stream today, so we might see less numbers today. I didn't promote it till last minute. We got Wowlex. He says, I'm a legend. That's a good picture. That's a good picture. There's a lot of people over there in different streams. The watch community, man. It's, you know what? I've been trying to hop in, but every day that I say, you know, I'm probably gonna hop in, something comes up, and I've been very busy. As a matter of fact, as you noticed yesterday, I did not stream. I've been out of the house, I've been doing things, and I've been only connecting to these shows that you've been seeing in the watch community by chat room. So if you want to see me in the chat room, want to message me somewhere, I'm probably going to be in the chat room of Archie Luxury later. And then after that, I will be most likely either JJ's Hangout watch channel, or I'll be in Watch Nicholas's at night. Usually at night is usually when I'm doing stuff. But yeah, I haven't been able to jump in anybody's stream lately. I've been very busy. And as a matter of fact, I think it's been 2 days that I haven't streamed already, or maybe a day. But I'm back here now, and, you know, I do appreciate you guys here. So I will tell you, with the whiskeys, there's one that's pretty much new. right now at most of the stores, depending on where you live. But I do tell you, whenever you get a 10-year Scotch whiskey, very fabulous. I can tell you, I've been telling a lot of people to try to get yourself the Ardbeg. The Ardbeg 10-year, you can't go wrong with that. You really can't go wrong. Now, if you're not into malt, that over there, that Scotch whiskey, you're probably not going to like it. And Scotch in general, you're probably not going to like Scotch in general. But I do know there's a balance. There's a balance in the whiskey community. There's a balance in the, every community. There's certain people that like just bourbon whiskey. And then there's other people that just enjoy Scotch whiskey. Because the Scotch is usually at the 84 proof. A good 80 is where you get a good Scotch. And then when it comes to bourbon whiskey, there's no rules. I mean, as a matter of fact, you see some 120-something, 134, 133 proof, 100 proof on some of the whiskeys out here. Blows my mind. And then we also have, obviously, this one over here. There's different proofs on these Stack Juniors. I believe if I remember correctly, this one's like 129. Very much beautiful. I mean, all the whiskeys that I show you guys are beautiful, but I'm going to go into talking more about wine in the next couple, probably, days, because I did get a line of different wines that can go with my videos that you have been seeing on my channel. Now, you're probably wondering right now, fuck! This man is going to turn into a wine junkie? This guy's going to turn into a wine connoisseur? That's not the case. The case is that I'm going deep into cooking different meals. So as I cook different meals, sometimes when I'm drinking my whiskey, after I want something that has grapes. And the only thing I know is Cabernet. There's Malt Blanc. I think it's called Malt Blanc. You know what? When it comes to the wine, there's certain names that I probably can't say that good. I'm not French. I'm fucking American. So some of these things I just can't say right. Let me see. So yesterday, I think I showed you guys this one. This one over here, Josh, the Family Reserve Cabernet. Sauvignon. This one, Paso Robles. I don't even know how to say this. I can just tell you that this one is phenomenal. For $20, very, very amazing. They also have, I can tell you, they have probably the best bourbon finished wine in the market. There's not a bourbon aged wine better than Josh. There was a Josh that I had, I believe it was 2 weeks ago or last week, around my birthday. That was really phenomenal. So if you do end up getting Josh, this bottle, it is phenomenal. But there's another one also. It is aged in bourbon barrels, and that one is phenomenal. I do tell you, it's all black, very much black. Adam K, I see you, Adam K. Melissa Villanueva, I see you, the wizard. I don't know if that's the real one. Obviously, it's not. Ali, hello, I see you, Ali. And then everybody else, Rizzle D, over here, Esther, and everybody else, Boston Collector was here earlier. But anybody who wants to ask me any question about wine, you're welcome to. Some of the stuff that I've had. But let me show you some wines that let me make sure I move this. Let me see if I move this. This would be a good one to move, wouldn't it? I think so. Let me move this over here. Where should I put this? Let me see. Okay, perfect. All right, so the first wine that I ended up buying, let me see what this one is. Okay, so I ended up buying this one. This one was it was a little bit of a sale. So as you see here, let me see. I got it because it was a 2021. I don't know much about this one, but this is the first one that I had bought today. And I believe my price range for these wines were around $25. I said, you know what, the best thing I can do is pick out wines that have the actual fucking rating on it. I picked out everything that had a great rating. I did not even bother with the wines that had no rating. I literally went straight for the ones that had like 92, 94. Now you can also go online There's a place called Spectre Something Wine online, and it can tell you the ratings on any of the wines that you are buying. Especially, I'm gonna give you a good one. Especially this, because I feel like I wasted my money on this one. This one was the one that I showed you at the beginning of the show. This one to me, you know, it's just sweet. It's nothing that I would probably have with any steak. You know, it's a beautiful bottle, very much beautiful. But I don't know. I could have maybe looked online and I could have seen that this didn't have a good rating. You know, if I would have seen that it didn't have a good rating, I think I would have saved myself $20. And you know, $20 goes a long way with wine. There's very good wines that are $15, and then obviously $50 or more, 60, 70, 100. You could get good ones. But for the meantime, I think this one, you should pass for this one. I'm still going to post this one up probably later on today or tomorrow because I haven't posted it up. But this was going to be number one of the ones that I got today. So let me put this one aside. Now, the second wine that I bought, I can tell you I did the same thing. I'm going to put this over here so that you guys can see. There we go. Now, this wine, I also did the same thing. This was the Central Coast Cabernet from 2019. I did look at the year. I made sure that the year was a little bit older. And also, I will tell you, I love California. Whenever it says California, I do tell you Chile wine. To me, I have never found a Chile wine that I'd like. There's never one. I think that's the only reason that I would never buy from, because that's not my type of cup of tea. I do know a lot of people like Chile wine because it has a super dry finish. But as you all know, when it comes to whiskey, I do like whiskeys that have long finishes, and I also enjoy the fact that some of these wines also have a tobacco note on there. I have one of the ones that I think I picked out that has a tobacco note, but I can tell you most of these whiskeys, all the whiskeys out here that I tell you, I enjoy the finish. When I have a whiskey just like this one, I'm going to taste it right now. I'm going to tell you how long I'm going to taste the finish for. So let me go for this one. This is going to be the first sip I have of my whiskey on this channel. Cheers to all of you. Let me take a sip out of this. Very nice. So I'm going to tell you right now when the finish goes away. As a matter of fact, I still have the finish. The finish is intensifying. As a matter of fact, it is intensifying so much. It's just very spicy, very nice. This finish, I'm probably going to have in my mouth for a good amount of time, and that's why I enjoy in some of the wines. If it's too dry, I don't enjoy that. So this one over here is one of the ones that I bought. Now, these are fairly cheap. I bought it because they were going to be discounted a little bit, but this one over here, supposedly very good and very high quality. And for the price, you can't really beat some of these wine, and especially when you're cooking meat like me. I still have the finish right now on the whiskey, so let me see how long it's gonna last. Now I will tell you, I'm gonna show you more wines now. Let me see. Okay, this is the 90 pointer over here. Boom, with the 90 pointer. Let me put this one over here. Okay, so as I drank this whiskey, I told many of you that this whiskey was probably going to be very much, the finish is really there. I still taste the finish on this whiskey. And for all of you that don't know the whiskey that I just poured, let me make sure that you guys know. I'm going to put it out here, as a matter of fact. Let me move this over here. Let me move this whiskey over here. Oh shit, it doesn't even go there. Nope, doesn't go there either. I can put it right here. Okay, this is the whiskey that I'm drinking right now. I can tell you I still taste the finish. When it comes to a good whiskey, that's what I enjoy. The finish. If you have a product, okay, that the finish, just you don't, after you sip it, it goes zoom all the way to the floor. That's when you know that you don't have a good quality whiskey. Usually when you have a good quality whiskey, you have the finish there. Also, I will say, hello, Edgar. I see you, Edgar. He says, hello, chat room. You know, I can tell you that when I stop doing streams, people forget that I stream. And sometimes, sometimes I have lately, I've been really busy and I haven't been able to do a stream. I'm going to try to do the streams throughout the week, every day from here on out. Tomorrow I'm going to do a stream. The next day, I'm going to try to do a stream throughout every day this week to next week. Hopefully I can achieve that, but I can tell you that's just how it is with whiskeys, man. I really enjoy whiskeys that have a finish. So over here, okay, let me move some bottles over here. Let me put this bottle over here. Let me see if we have this one here. Okay, look. Okay, so this one over here, I ended up buying this one too. One of the guys, he told me, hey, you should officially buy this one if you're in the budget of, whatever it is, $20. I believe this one costed me $15 or something like that. Now, the reason why I got this one, because obviously it does say the product of Argentina. I have been cooking a lot of meats lately. And for all of you wondering, are you going to see my meat today? You know what? You might see it. You maybe at the end. But I can tell you right here, this goes fabulously with your dark meats. And I can tell you, there's nothing I know about this. I just know that I've been picking out very good top-rated wines. And as you see here, it says 90 in the screen where I did see the price and everything. You do have a certain label. Now, I can tell you this. When you go to your store, there's certain stores that you're going to go to that they might not have a label. My recommendation is go online, see, a good website that can help you out with the ratings. Because, at the end of the day, you don't want to spend $30 for a wine that you don't like. A wine that is too sweet. I can tell you, I bought some wines that are finished in whiskey barrels. Some of them were way too sweet that I couldn't eat with my food. But I could have most of them with pasta, maybe even have it after I eat. But I can tell you this one over here. Atrevida. That's what they call this. Atrevida. Hell of a name. Fucking this wine is Atrevida. Fuck, man. This is one of the ones that I bought. I think it was $14.99 if I remember correctly. Now I'm gonna get to the juicy ones. The juicy ones that I'm about to put up in the screen next are gonna be. These are Bordeaux. I don't know how to say it officially, but I can tell you, I know one thing. These are very much, in France. They do blend these with a good amount of, you have to have a good winemaker. If I can tell you, I did go down the rabbit hole a little bit too hard. And I can tell you that when it came to most of these wines that you see here, yes, I was attracted to drinking a lot of wine in the last couple of weeks. Because I started getting into the wine that were finished in whiskey barrels, as many of you have seen. But there's one thing I can tell you: Chile wine, I've never liked it. The Italian wine to me it's not rich. To me, Italian wine is not rich. California wine to me is beautiful. I love the Napa Valley, and I do love most of the red blends from Cali too. I do enjoy them too. But when it comes to this one's a Bordeaux. They call this a Bordeaux, I believe. Well, this was the section that I got it from. I have no idea about this. I just know that this one was, I think it was close to $30. And one thing I can tell you is that for this one, I haven't tried this one, but for this one, I can tell you that what they did with this one, they blend this. The Bordeaux are sometimes blended with a good amount of Cabernets or Merlots. And sometimes I even blend a little bit of something else, which I can't tell you. But I can tell you that I enjoy Cabernets. So for this one, if you do see the label over here, I don't know if you see it. This one's 70% Merlot, 30% Cabernet Franc. Now I don't know what it means. They put a Cabernet Franc. I believe what that means is one of the best Cabernets that they could get their hands on. And this one's a 2014, I believe. Now, another thing that did get me was the sticker. Another thing that did get me was the price. There was a little bit of a price delay there. This one's a 13.5. Let me see, ABV. And then also, I can also say, when it comes to France, I do know only one. Okay, one. I know one man that knows everything about wine. And if you don't know, he is St. Cloud. He came on to my show. And I can tell you, I can ask him all the things I want to, but I would be clueless to ask him some of the things. So it's always good to start from the bottom. Now, I can tell you, why am I doing this wine into my channel when I'm a whiskey channel? Well, let's just put it this way. It's a beautiful thing to have with your meat. If any of you don't know, if you barbecue, if you cook, it's always good to have some wine. Now, you can have whiskey, obviously. You can have it before while you're cooking. But the preferable thing to do would be to have a little bit of wine. And after, you can have some whiskey. And, I think many of you have been watching me talk about different wines and posting different wines onto my shorts, and it's all good. I can save you a little bit of money to tell you if one is good and one isn't. I already told you the other one wasn't really that good. It was straight dookie. But I can tell you, it's 2014. You know what that is? 2014. And then this one officially won a medal, apparently, in 2017. Let me put it on the screen one more time so you guys can see it. Let me show you the back also of this one. The back of it does tell you the percentage in the Bordeaux's, and the Bordeaux's, it tells you percentage of what they blend. So if they blend maybe 50% Merlot and 50% Cabernets, you know that officially you're going to get more Cabernets and more of a richer note onto your wine. But I did get this one because of the price. I believe it was $30, and it went down to, with the discount and everything, $20. So, I mean, I think it was a hell of a buy. Hell of a buy. Now, I can tell you, let me see. I do have a whiskey out here that maybe I want to show you guys. I have showed you this whiskey before. Let me see. Now, we're in the price range of $20. Okay, $20 is what I paid for basically almost this one, which is a $30 wine. $30 wines usually should be very good. But at the end of the day, you can buy, if you don't know about wine, you can buy $1,000 wine and you can buy a $10 wine. And if you don't know the difference, you would probably not really enjoy it. And it goes the same thing with whiskeys. With whiskeys, it's the same thing. I'm going to give you a good example right now. Okay, when it comes to these whiskeys, this is $20. I have about 3 bottles of this. Sometimes it's harder to find on the shelves. But this one over here is Old Granddad Bonded. It's 100 proof. Now, the reason why I have this and the reason why I'm showing you this is because it's $20 this whiskey. Okay, $20. Can I compare this to this wine? Probably not. But what I can tell you is that there is a kind of a close comparison when it comes to the price ranges of some whiskeys that you have like this one. That this one over here is $20, okay? $20. There's whiskeys out there that are $100, $200, okay? And you will probably not be able to tell the difference. Unless you're a whiskey drinker, unless you're a whiskey connoisseur, unless you are really into bourbon whiskey, that you really know your bourbon whiskeys. If you're a rookie and you don't know anything about whiskey, if you bought this bottle right now, when I'm talking $20, I think sometimes even cheaper. If you bought this bottle right now and you put it next to a $150 whiskey that has those peanut notes, you won't tell the difference. Okay, you won't be able to tell the difference. The only way you can tell the difference is by mentally thinking, okay, you know what? Maybe this other one is a little bit thicker and this one's a little bit more watered down. Like, it's not as, this one, I mean, you can really get the notes on this. So I'm going to give you a good example. This, to me, this is as close to a bottle as Booker's. And I know many of you know Booker's. What Booker's is 120 proof, 115. They're different batches of the Booker's. I have a bunch of Booker's inside. I should have brought it out, but this is one of these last minute shows that I bring all the whiskeys out. But anyways, the point of the matter is, if you put this one next to a Booker's, and you're a rookie or a noob or somebody that doesn't drink whiskey, you will not know the difference at all. And I have tried this. I have done this with a couple of my lady friends. They couldn't tell the difference at all. All they said was, "That's whiskey." Yeah. And all they also said was, "You know what? I like this one more." Why do you like this one more? The ladies would always say, because it's smoother, I can drink it. And then the other one is way too hot. Way too hot, as in like it's too much alcohol. It's too fucking, it hits you. It's like, boom! So officially, when it comes to whiskey, it's the same thing with wine. If you don't know about wine, this is why I'm starting from the bottom. If you don't know about wine, you won't be able to tell the difference from $1,000 wine to maybe, $15, $20, $30 wine. Especially if you buy $100 wine and you compare that to $1,000 wine, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. I have tried many, not like a huge amount, but I have tried a good amount of different expensive wines. At the restaurant, I have tried them with friends that bring them over. I have tried them that they pop it, very expensive, $200-something wine. Okay, tastes good. What I'm trying to say here, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever start your journey into wine, I can tell you can start by, buying yourself the $15, $20, $10. As a matter of fact, there's some $10 wine that are just as good as some of the $30, just even $25 ones. You just have to know what you're looking at. Sometimes what I do in whiskeys, if there's a new whiskey in town, nobody has it on YouTube, I probably don't buy it. Most of the time, what I do is I research to see just 100% that somebody has officially said anything bad about it. And usually there's nobody out there that says anything because it's new. So what I usually do is, this is the 2 times that I've done it recently. And I can tell you every store is different. But there was one whiskey that I recently got, everybody talks about. Very much, everybody was talking about it. And you don't see it here. You'll probably never see it on my screen. I bought it. I tried it. And it was just straight dookie, man. It was so bad. It was so sweet. Let's just put it this way. It was so sweet that I forgot what it was. I think I had a coffee plastic cup in the car. I had placed it in the car and I had to go to a different store. When I went into the different store and it was wide open, it was so sweet I couldn't take it anymore. As a matter of fact, I had to wash my mouth because it was that sweet, this whiskey. So I went into the store, did what I needed to do at the other store, and officially I can tell you that it was the worst experience I have had in the latest release of that company, and I'll never touch that company again. I won't tell you what company that is, but I think many of you have probably seen it, that I posted a little bit of something, and it was straight dookie, and it was a whiskey bottle that I had paid, I believe, $85 for it. What I did with that bottle is something that many of you should never do. But if you have the chance and you can do it, just do it. There's not all the times that I do return whiskeys. But if you just take a little sip, depending on what store you have, if you're a VIP or Grand Reserve, if you're a VIP in a certain bigger store, if you don't like a whiskey, you can always ask before you buy the bottle, is there any way I could bring this back if by any chance it's bad? If they tell you yes, then go for it. Take a little sip in the car, go home, wherever you need to do to try it out, and you could officially take it back. And I had to take it back. It was that bad. And I'm probably never going to talk about that whiskey, but it was just so sweet. It almost felt like I was drinking a fruity drink. It tastes like I was drinking a cocktail. And it was a single barrel. It was a single barrel, perfect single barrel. It was also barrel proof, everything. I think it was a 122 proof. It was so bad that I can't even explain to you how much I just want to talk about it right now. But I cannot. But yeah, you guys can officially, depends on how much money you spend, you can officially return certain whiskeys, and I did return that one. I got my full money back. I ended up buying a $100 bottle, different bottle, something that I needed. So, you know, sometimes for all of you watching, sometimes kind of know the rules of the store you're going into. It doesn't ever hurt. I can tell you, I never return anything. I usually give away stuff, but $85 is $85. And at the end of the day, this was a company that everybody talked about on Instagram. And I can tell you it was just straight dookie in the house. But I can tell you there's a whiskey that I have been telling everybody to get. And I do know that there's a baseball league going on. So I want to tell you guys, there's this whiskey, Woodford Reserve. A lot of people have been asking me about Woodford Reserve. Let me bring it to you right here. I think I have it here. Okay, so this Woodford Reserve, I think many of you have seen me, but we are in the budget range right now. I'm talking about some wines that many of you can buy, and I would recommend many of you to don't waste your money. Don't pay $250 if you won't be able to tell the difference between a $300 bottle to a $20 bottle of wine. This is why I tell many of you, if you're into wine, if you just got into wine or drink wine, I don't suggest you to, unless you've been drinking for fucking 20 years or 15 years, or maybe, you know, you've been drinking wine all your life. Maybe at one point you'll maybe know the difference between a $500 wine to a $20 wine. But if you're new into wine, don't do it. But anyways, this one over here, you can find this one anywhere. This is the Woodford Reserve, the double oaked. I can tell you, it is nice. It is beautiful. It is very, very an elegant pour. Very, very nice. You're not gonna. There's nobody out there that dislikes this. This is one of the most popular Woodford Reserves in the market right now, and I can tell you, you can find this anywhere. I literally, if you're living in Utah, for God's sakes, you can find this. This is really, really nice. And I think many of you have seen me already talk about double oak before. The other double oak that I tell you guys is Peerless Double Oak. This is the Peerless over there that I have. I don't think I have it here. I showed you guys this last time. It is the best double oak in the market. I can tell you, it is beyond. I would pay $100 every time if I had to. But the Peerless double oak is about $85 to $100, and it's very much the best one. But if you can't find that one, I do recommend many of you to get this. Now with this one, you can drop a little bit of ice cubes in this if you want to. You can even drink it. I drink it neat. And sometimes I even put a little bit of drops of water. But you can do anything to this. You can abuse this one all you want. You can use this for cocktails, beautiful cocktails. This is a whiskey meant to be abused. As a matter of fact, every whiskey from Woodford Reserve is meant for all of you to abuse it. If you don't abuse some of these whiskeys, somebody else is going to do it. Most of the times you do see at the stores, you will see the Woodford Reserve, all the Woodford Reserve. And I do tell you guys, always use these for cocktails. Every Woodford Reserve that you find at the store, unless it's $150 or $200, these aren't $200. These are very cheap. I think it was $60 for this one. Very economical. And let me go around the room. I have a couple people that did show up here. Ultimate Prime. I see you, Ultimate Prime. We do have also Farm Kitty. Farm Kitty. I see you, Farm Kitty. Edgar. I see Edgar. And then I see Tim G. I see you, Tim G. He said Woodland Double Oak. Woodford Reserve, the double oaked. It is very, very elegant, very good. And I tell many people all the time, just get whatever Woodford Reserve you find. You can use it for cocktails. The rye Woodford is amazing for cocktails. I can tell you, the rye, if you're into cocktails that has a little bit of a spicier note, a little bit sweeter, spicier note, Woodford Reserve would be amazing. Now, this one wouldn't be the one that would be like the rye. The rye would be a little bit different. He says over here, Tim G, I'm a Scotch drinker. It's okay. I got you with the Scotch from Scotch here. Now, I did tell you guys, let me move this over here. I did tell you guys that there's some scotches that you have to just buy. There's no way you could go around it, okay? Now, I can tell you, I already have I don't want to put too many bottles out here. I have the Orpeg over here, 10-year. This is one of the easier bottles to get. The reason why I'm showing you this is because I'm trying to show you guys easy bottles to get so that you guys, every one of you ladies and gentlemen, can buy some of the wines, because we were just talking about wines. There's one more wine I'm going to be showing you guys. This one over here, Alexander Murray and Company, has very good selection of scotch. I do recommend this company because it's just for the price. Okay, for the price, it is just insane. Farm Kitty with the super chat. Thank you so much, Farm Kitty, for the super chat. I really do appreciate you. Farm Kitty says with the $4.99. This is an amazing super chat. This is the first super chat today. I do inspire, hopefully, everybody to, do some things. Buy some wine, buy some whiskeys. And if you can, send a super chat. It always does help out. Let me put this aside. Let me see what Farm Kitty says over here. Farm Kitty with the $4.99. Just got out of work. Can't wait to get home and relax with bourbon in my hand. Cheers, Reaper. Cheers. Hey, that's a beautiful comment. It's always great to have some whiskey. You know what? I will tell you guys, this is a whiskey channel, and I do tell many of you that you can always ask me whatever you want. I will be able to answer whatever you want. Super chats are always, it helps out with the channel because I do tell you, I want to do a giveaway very soon. I just have to have a certain crowd. I think last time that I did a giveaway, I had like 50-something people. The time before that I did a giveaway, I had about, I think it was 80-something, something like that. I was doing good giveaways, and I'm gonna keep up with that. It's just I've been so busy. But Farm Kitty, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you. And let me go on with the last. Okay, the last. Let me put this over here. Let me make sure that this is low. Okay, I'm gonna show the last wine that I have here. Now this wine, I can't even say it. I can't even say this. Now I ain't a French dude. I don't even know how to. All I know how to say is bon appetit, voulez-vous, and then bonjour. I didn't even think bon appetit is even a word. But I can tell you, this one over here, this one caught me off guard. When I was walking, I saw something that said $39.99, and $39.99 to drink, one bottle. By yourself. It's kind of hard. To me, it's kind of hard to drink a whole bottle. I don't think I've ever drank a whole bottle by myself. I probably drank half and then I put it away. But this over here, I'm going to show you this over here. This is one of the other wines that I ended up buying today. And this one over here, if many of you haven't heard me say earlier, I did go to the section of Bordeaux. And Bordeaux, what they do is they do blend certain type of different, let me see, this one has a balance of Merlot, Cabernet, but usually it's supposed to tell you the balance. I'm trying to see where the balance is here, and it doesn't even tell me in the back. I just tell you here, it says, let me see. I don't think it tells me here. I think I'm going to have to go online to see officially. Yeah, this one doesn't tell me. Well, nope. Doesn't tell me. Nope. Doesn't say nothing. Nothing here. But it does say that it has a deep purple. And it has deep purple. And the coloring is very intense. There's also the nose that you will get the red fruits, it says. There's a couple other things that it does say in the back here. It says that this region has been one of the best regions. Because as you don't, if many of you don't know, for the Bordeaux, there's the left bank and then the right bank. I don't know if it's. Well, look, I'm a wine guy, okay? I'm not a super wine guy. I'm a whiskey guy. So these over here, it's just stunning to see some of these bottles that I have seen in the stores. There's some wines that I was told recently that $250 wines that are just straight dookie. And hopefully I don't ever land on one of those $250 dookie wines. But I can tell you, also, somebody else told me be careful with some of the blends, the red blends. Just the blends. Because there's a certain section that has blends. They told me that just don't pay top dollar for some of those blends. Because if you want a good blend, you have to get, you have to get the Bordeaux. If you want a real blend, the French are the ones that do the amazing blends. It's kind of obvious, I think you guys know that I'm really into California wine. But with the French, it's like they make the best Bordeaux. Most of the top dudes are over there because they're just the fields are just, you know what, I can tell you. Let me make sure that I didn't miss a Farm Kitty over here says that's a nice, you know what, that's good that you say that. That's good that you say that because I don't know, I've never seen a bottle that's blue like this. As a matter of fact, if they had a whiskey that was blue like this, I think certain guys wouldn't buy it. I think even me, I don't think I would buy it if it was blue. I think color does tend to tell you a lot of things. And since this is from the right bank, I can tell you, I'm pretty sure that they're using the color blue because of the waters by there. Apparently, there's a certain water that they have that divides. I think that's what they had told me. The divides the left and the right bank. But let me see if I missed any question over here. For the meantime, let me keep the super chat up here. For the meantime, let me take a sip out of this one. I wanted to make this show a short show for all of you because since I am talking about wine, I don't want to bore you guys too much. I'm going to try to advertise tomorrow's stream since this stream was last minute. And for all of you wondering, you can ask me whatever you want on Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, I have Instagram. You can follow me there. And I will be posting a lot of pictures, I think, in the next couple days. Been very busy. But let me take a sip out of this one over here. It's amazing. It's amazing. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep this up for a little bit. I'm not going to do too big of a stream. We are almost at the 1 hour mark, and this is what I wanted. I want to make sure that we all knew together that we are at the 1 hour mark. This is the stream that I wanted. I wanted an easy example of what it is for you to buy, some wines. If you're into whiskeys, it's always good to maybe, go into the wine section, see if there's certain bourbon-aged wines. So there's a good amount of wines. Now, in the next 24 hours, I think I'm going to be posting for you all some of the wines that I have tried that are available at the stores. I'm going to post them up for you guys probably tonight or maybe the next hour, maybe even tomorrow morning. But stay tuned for most of those videos because they're going to give you a rough estimate of what's good, what's not. And you know what? $15, yes, it might not be nothing. But at the end of the day, the feeling of you getting home with a wine that is $15, when you pop it open, you want to have that good experience. And especially with whiskey. You want it with whiskey too. When you open a wine, you just invested all your time to go get the wine at the store. You invested your time to go visit the store and see all the rows and all the wines. You could have got a different wine. So at the end of the day, when somebody tells you that it's a bad wine, when somebody tells you it's a bad whiskey, just like, some of the whiskeys that I don't show you. But if anybody says this, it's sometimes good for you to listen. Because just because it's a negative comment about a certain wine or a certain whiskey or whatever it is, sometimes it's good for you to listen because it could save you some time. You can officially spend that money on some other wine out there or some other whiskey, and maybe you'll save you a whole day. Maybe you're not going to, when you get home, you're about to eat, you pop it open, and it's straight dookie. Well, guess what? Then your meal is going to be straight dookie because you don't have another wine. That's the only wine you have. And also the same thing goes with whiskey. You just get to a party, you get home, and you're like, I'm about to open my whiskey bottle. And the whiskey bottle I'm going to open up is at night. I'm going to open up at night, and I'm going to enjoy myself. And as soon as you pop open that whiskey, it's straight dookie. You just wasted all of that time during the day to have that one moment, and it's just not your cup of tea. So this is why it is good to listen to YouTubers sometimes, not all the time. There are certain YouTubers that I don't believe in because, if you all know, there's certain people that get paid to advertise a product. So for the people that get paid to advertise a product, usually you will know by looking at the way they talk about it. And, there's certain people that do get paid to advertise in their channel. So just stay clear with that. And that goes with the fragrance community too. There's fragrances out. As a matter of fact, I should have brought it down. Today, I am actually my scent of the day. I stepped away from Zaharoff, and yesterday I wore Zaharoff. Today I decided to wear Creed Viking. I enjoy my Zaharoff line. I will be probably wearing it tomorrow, but today I wanted to feel a little bit different, and I went back to my Creed Viking. So if any of you don't know Creed Viking, it is fresh, it is nice, it is beautiful, it has a rose in it. It is very much, I believe, a Bulgarian rose in it. Very nice. After it dries down, the Creed fragrance, you will get that rose note, especially throughout the day. After maybe 5 hours, you'll probably smell it. I have got a lot of compliments from the Creed Viking, and for all of you people that don't want to buy it, well, guess what? More from me. I know for a fact that they won't reformulate that Creed Viking if many of you don't buy it. They'll just keep it the same. But I can also tell you, whiskey. Yes, this is what I'm drinking right now, and I really enjoy it. So before I end anything, before any of the show finishes on this show, I want to show you again the bottle that I'm drinking. If I see it, where is it? Where the fuck did I put my bottle? I don't even know. I have no clue where is it? I could have sworn I put it over here. There's no way. Where the hell let me see, is it here? Yeah, I'm clueless. Wow. Oh, there it is. Okay. Before I even talk any more about any wines, because I think I'm done with the wine talk. Just get this, okay? I don't care what you guys think. If you guys think that paying $85 is too much, look, it's not too much. This is beautiful. This is perfect. This is probably as good as it can get for a whiskey that has an amazing finish. This over here, the Prideful Goat, the 8-year. Okay, the 8-year. It is fabulous. It is so good that when I taste that right now, I can have that finish in my mouth for a good amount of time. And this is what I enjoy about certain whiskeys. When they have a long finish, that is something that I really enjoy, especially if I'm having some cigars. This is very much an amazing, amazing whiskey. Let me put this aside over here, but I can tell you, I'm going to show you the first wine. Since I showed you the first, we're going to go backwards. This is the first thing that I poured in here, and the first wine I'm going to show you guys because I think I'm going to pop it open later on today. Okay, so expect me to show this to you guys most likely very soon, but this over here, it's much of a, how can I say this, it's 92 points. I don't know anything about this. I can tell you today, after I eat my meal, I'll tell you if it's worth it. I will post up the picture of this. This is from Argentina, obviously, and very inexpensive, and you could probably find a good deal for this. But the reason why I purchased these and many other wines is because of the rating. Always look at the rating on your wines. I can tell you the same thing for whiskeys, but you have me for whiskeys. But either way, this is going to be one of the ones I'm going to pop today, Cabernet. And then I'm probably going to, pop Bordeaux. Now, the Bordeaux that I'm probably going to pop open is going to be the one that I first showed you, the first Bordeaux. This is probably going to be the one that I'm going to be popping later on today. The reason why I'm going to be popping this one is because I really want to know what the balance is. 70% Merlot and 30% Cabernet, but it does say Cabernet selection of France, Francais. So I will see officially what it is with this, and if it's amazing, I'll tell you guys. I will show you in the picture. But all in all, I'm gonna be starting to save all these bottles, because if I forget any of these bottles, I'm straight lost, because I don't know what the fuck it is when it comes to these wines. I have to make sure to keep these bottles handy when I empty them out, when I drink them all. And I can tell you, when it comes to these wines, when it comes to whiskeys, so when I open up a whiskey the first time, usually the neck pour is not exactly what I want to have. When I first say, for example, I first open up this let me put this aside. Let me see if I make this even smaller. Okay, that's as small as I can get. As a matter of fact, let me put this aside. Okay, so when I first open up the whiskeys, there's usually a different taste. When you first open it and you pour and you drink it, you're not going to get the full note. You'll get the neck pour. Usually people say that the neck pour is not going to be the first most beautiful pour you can have. Usually you're going to have to wait. So what I usually do, I let it air out. When I get a whiskey and I first pop it open, I usually let it air a little bit. I leave it in my cup, or I put it in a different cup and I close the top. Usually that's what I do. Now for the wines, you all know that you have to really air out your wines. If you do not air out your wines, you're not going to get the full intensity of the wine that you just bought. And it goes the same with the whiskeys. Now there's a little cheat code here that I can tell you guys with the whiskey. When it comes with the whiskey, I can tell you, I told you this many times before, you can drop a little bit of water in here and it gives you a little bit of a kind of like a cheat little mode, and it tones down the proof and you'll have all the alcohol that you first initially got. But I can tell you, always do that after you take your first sip. After you take your first sip, if it's too hot, add a little bit of drops of water. Nobody's going to bother you. Nobody should bother you. There's no peer pressure when it comes to how you drink your whiskey. As a matter of fact, you could mix your whiskey with some soda. And if that's the way you like to have it, well, that's the way. I think that's straight dookie. But at the end of the day, hey, that's your bottle, that's your whiskey. It's just what it is, So you know what? I will tell you guys, I'm going to end the show very soon. I'm in the 1 hour and 10 minute mark. I wanted to do this a fast stream because I can tell you, hey, these wines are getting to me. The wines that I'm getting, they're just racking up the bank account, and they're really, I'm getting close to how many bottles. I think last week I had. Okay, these are 2 here. Last week I had like about 6. So I'm at 10 bottles. I think, what is it? But I shared the other bottles. The other bottles I shared. But either way, I was able to try all the other bottles. I believe, which one was it recently? I think there was one to Josh. Oh, man. The Josh that I had, which obviously you all know who Josh is. But the one that says bourbon barrel finished. It is phenomenal. It is very good. And I think it's $25 or something like that. It is insanely amazing. Just so good. If you're into wines, I have to recommend you that. Okay, one of the wines that I had recently, you do see Josh. It always says Josh here. Always says Josh here. But when it comes to the bottle that I really enjoyed this one, but the other one was a black label. Sadly, I did throw it away. Black label, and it did say aged in bourbon barrels. Now, I did say at the beginning of the show, it's blasphemy. It's blasphemy to be putting wine into whiskey barrels or bourbon barrels. That is the thing that is the worst thing possible. But at the end of the day, I don't really care, because I'm an American, and you know what? I think most Americans already know that we like our spirits. We like our whiskey. We like our beer. Well, beer's not a spirit, but we like our very high proof alcoholic beverages. So when it comes to wine is I think it's like a delicacy. It's enjoyed, especially Cabernets. Very much red wines are very much enjoyed with meats. As you all know, the meat of the day today. If you haven't seen the meat that I posted on my YouTube. You have to go look at the shorts. Go look at the shorts, see what it is. I have to do something crazy, and at the end of the day, if you do the most craziest meals, you will get the clicks, because that's what people want. You know, people don't want to watch, you know, a video that's just boring, you know. They just don't want to. Over here, Mr. GMT. I see you, Mr. GMT. I see you. I haven't streamed in, I think, 2 days. I've been very busy, Mr. GMT, but hopefully I can see you on the panel very soon in, you know, one of the shows over there at JJ Stream, or hopefully Archie's. You know, I do know that everybody wants me onto the panel. I think Snake said that the other day. Mike the Snake and Archie Luxury. Huge shout outs to him. Huge shout outs to Mr. GMT over here. Huge shout outs to JJ's Hangout. Huge shout outs to all the watch community. And I don't want to give all the shout outs to all the watch. Let me rephrase that. The people that I hang out with in the watch community, because I do know that there's scammers, and you know, I don't go to Tim Wright's stream anymore. There's a reason why, because I feel like I'm surrounded by not everybody, but you know, the host shouldn't be doing some of the things that he's doing. Jesus Christ, I don't even know why I'm laughing. Right? I think I'm laughing because people don't notice. Is that what it is? They don't notice it. The man is taking money, and I think, you know, I will say condolences to Diego. I think Diego, one of the guys in the watch community, his father passed away. I heard that, I think, today, and I was driving. I wasn't able to completely understand, but apparently his father passed away. Condolences to him. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be people talking about it, making certain, hopefully not, man. If I see money being thrown in there for a certain individual that his father passed away, I think that's going to be the most horrible thing I've seen all week. But that's how it's rolling over there in the watch community. Now, I want to tell you guys, I do, if I'm in the chat room, it's because I'm busy, I'm doing something, I'm probably not home. But if you do see me on the panel, you know, I'll let you guys all know that I'm not busy. But that's for all my followers that are going to rewatch this stream. Now, I'm going to end the show very soon. We have about an hour and 15 minutes in. I already showed you some of the wines that I wanted to show you. And I'm probably going to be eating soon. I'm going to be popping one of them. As you know, I'm going to be popping that one. And then later on, there's going to be an adventure later on that's going to happen. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen later, but there's a certain thing that I'm going to be doing tonight. That it's going to be, I think it's going to be very clear that it's either going to make me tomorrow or it's not. But either way, I'm going to do a stream tomorrow too. I'm going to stay consistent on these streams. But yeah, if you can, do me the favor. If anybody doesn't already know, please hit the like button for the stream. It does help me out. It gets me back into the rhythm, into the algorithm. I haven't streamed in like, I think 2 days, 24 hours or 48 hours, something like that. So I can tell you, please hit the upvote button. It does help out a lot, but I have been going hard for an hour and something. And I do know Archie Luxury starts at 6:30 now, I believe. And I do want to have my meal ready for that stream so that I can watch it. And after that, I'll be doing some things tonight. But tonight is going to be a big thing that maybe I'll talk to you guys about it tomorrow. But yeah, I think everybody already knows there's liars. There's a lot of liars over there in the watch community on most of the Tim Wright side. And, you know, I think it's all coming out very, very soon. I do know that it should be this week that somebody's going to hop onto a certain panel and say more things. As you all know, I did leave Tim Wright's stream because the etiquette over there isn't to my par. Some of the things that I was seeing were not me. And yeah, I just wanted to be the big man, just walk away and not completely blast the man on his channel with a couple other people. But I haven't spoke to him since. So we'll let you guys know about that. I haven't spoken to him since. And I think everybody is in the ball game that you know that Archie Luxury is where it's at. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I want to end the show now. I do want to end the show. But we have more people starting to walk in. I'm usually getting numbers of about 30 people, usually constantly. And then sometimes before I was doing a stream and I was getting about 40-something, 80 people in the giveaways. And I think there was 50 couple days ago. It depends on the time slot that I pick. I haven't picked an official time slot yet because my schedule is officially changing on the daily. But ladies and gentlemen, Farm Kitty, I really appreciate your super chat. I really appreciate you. I'm going to try to advertise this stream more for tomorrow. This stream was not advertised. As you all know, I just did it last minute. And that's the way to do it. I think sometimes if you have to put certain content out. Terry Smiles over here says, whiskey looks stoned. I can see through them glasses. As a matter of fact, I don't smoke. I smoke my stogies, and that's about it. I did my workout, and I didn't do any yoga. I did not do any yoga. I didn't meditate. As a matter of fact, I only ate one meal today. So today I've been very, very busy, and I just want to let you all know I'm gonna be back on the bandwagon and to be streaming very, very much tomorrow and the next day. If you don't see me tomorrow, I can tell you that it probably rained tomorrow. But if it doesn't rain, I will be streaming again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all for being here. You can rewatch the show for all of you that are going to be rewatching it tomorrow at work or tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. And for all of you wondering, yes, look, I can tell you, I've been making money a little bit too much. Not on these streams, but late night, and I almost hit, what is it, $6,000 a night. So that has really made me step away from the streams a little bit. 6,000 in, like, what is it? 6,000 in, I think it was 6,000 in an hour. So, you know, it took a little bit of a patience, but hopefully today, we'll see tonight how that works out. But if it does happen, I'm going to tell you guys, hopefully, if it does happen, we're going to see something huge, a very big stream over here. He says, a gigolo. No, definitely not. He says, damn, Edgar. Look, Terry says, been getting high for 30 years, should be able to tell. As a matter of fact, I don't smoke that funky grass. Okay, that funky grass. I do not. Also, somebody did say, Mr. Jim T says condolences to him. Yes, very much condolences. But I don't know officially what to think of that stream. Yes, that could be news, and I do give my condolences to Diego. But at the end of the day, there's, you know, we're not gonna say that horrible deal we're talking about, Mr. GMT. There's been a lot of things that in the last, what is it, a week or so, there's a lot of misunderstood stuff on the watch community. That it's a lot of lying and a lot of things going on. I can tell you one thing. Okay, the guys on the stream that I saw, I'm gonna probably talk about it onto Archie's Luxury very soon. But there's something I have to say about that, because there's something that nobody even spoke about and nobody even probably knows, and something that just, it's too obvious. It's too obvious. You know, there's certain things that how can I say, that are way too obvious. You can be walking right now the streets, and you probably won't tell the color of the street. Okay, but as soon as you hear a honk of a car's horn, you're gonna hear that he's there. That's very obvious. So there's certain things that I noticed on the Gonzo stream, because everybody's been replaying the Tim Rice Gonzo stream, and there's one little detail that nobody even noticed, and it struck me like a fucking, it struck me like a pellet in my head. It struck me like a foul ball in a baseball game. It struck me like a damn golfer saying 4. It really got to me. Man, I couldn't believe that nobody understood that. Really, is that really happening? So I might just drop it down in Archie's this week, just because I am a guy that, you know, I think people have to wake up. You know, I walked away from that stream for a reason, and I think there's still people there that are just, they're not awake. I think they're blinded. I think they either turn off the streams after, they don't watch other streams. But I think we've been all seeing some of you show up to watch Nicholas's. I think many of you have been showing up to JJ's hangout. Shout out to Ali over there. Ali, Ali over there in JJ's watch hangout. Shout out to him. And shout out to who else? Mr. Zozo. Shout out to him. Bear. Shout out to Bear. And shout out to everybody that's treated me kindly over there on the Archieverse. You guys are awesome. And I do know that we all have each other's back. I think that's a good thing. But anyways, I'm going to end the stream now. I think we have more people showing up to this show. But I have to fucking eat. You know, I'm an animal. An animal needs to eat sometimes. And I only ate once today. So I do need to eat my meal. And I'm a big, tall animal. I'm 6 foot tall. And I'm strong and very confident. So I do tell you, you have to eat your meal. If you're fasting, Sunday is the day to fast. Don't fast any other day. Sunday, you don't want to be fasting on a Monday and rip your boss apart. And then he tells you, hey, you're fired. What? What you mean? You know, you don't want to be in that situation that Tuesday you decide to fast and not eat certain food or food at all. And then you just rip your best friend. And then he says, yo, I'm blocking you. You know, you don't want to be to that point that you're a man that seems like he's on his period. You know, I think the women use that type of vocabulary to some of us men when we get out of line. But I do tell you guys, shout out to all the men out here, because at the end of the day, look, we don't have our monthly. And, but just know that we shouldn't be the emotional ones. It shouldn't be us that should be emotional. Remember that, gentlemen. We are the ones that should never be emotional. And I'm not trying to take anything away from women, but I think most of the women know that they're very much more emotional than most of us men. And I think this has always been the case. This is always going to be the case, and there's never going to be a doubt in my head. Not even in the future, if they try to cancel people because of the way they think. There's never going to be a doubt in my head, unless we all turn into cyborgs. You know what? That'll be for another stream. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed this stream. For all of you that tuned in last minute, you can always rewind this. You know, some of the things I was talking about was wine. I was also showing you some whiskeys that are cheaper whiskeys that you might not be able to tell. You can buy a $20 whiskey and you could buy a $200 and $150 whiskey, and you won't be able to tell the difference with some of the bourbon whiskeys. And yeah, it's just, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And I'll see you all tomorrow. For all of you wondering, there's a last minute note that I want to tell everybody. Usually I tell everybody the end of the stream. At the end of the stream, I usually tell everybody a certain thought, a certain thing I want to give to you guys, a little motivation, inspiration. I do say this all the time. I'm going to repeat myself every time. Positivity is contagious, very much, all the time, wherever you go. It doesn't matter what country, it doesn't matter what planet, it doesn't matter where you're from. Positivity is very contagious. Give a little bit of positivity to your friend's side. Give a little positivity to your family members. Give a little positivity to anybody you see in the public. If you have to tip a little bit more, tip a little bit more. If there's somebody that sees you as an asshole, well, you can change it up by just saying, hey, you look amazing. Don't judge me for how I am today. I am just, I'm hangry, or, I'm having a bad day. Just let them know, because not all the times, it's always good to bring a little bit of positivity out from people around you that you see. And also, we'll say another thing, 1 hour in your day. All it takes is 1 hour. As a matter of fact, 1 whole hour would be plenty, or maybe even close to 60 minutes. But take out at least 1 hour in your day. Enjoy yourself with whatever it is you like to enjoy. Relax. Okay? You have to relax. It doesn't mean sleep. No nap time. Just relax. Do whatever you want to do. Read a book, watch a movie series, TV series. Look up some things of whiskey. Look up some things of wine. Look up something. If you're into hobbies, look up any hobby you want to. Put 1 hour in your day aside so that you can completely remember who you are and be a little bit more, inspirational to yourself and motivate yourself to wake up tomorrow and do other things. It's always good to do that. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's the end of this show. I hope I entertained you a little bit on this show. And this is a real live stream. This is no replay, baby. I'll see you guys. And you know what? I'm going to be posting up a lot of videos tomorrow and today. I'm probably going to post up one of mine. So check that out. I will be posting it up in a couple hours. I'll see each and every one of you very soon. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll see you all tomorrow on Wednesday. See you all later. See you. Wait a minute. I usually put the last super chat up here and then I end the show, and I'm gonna end it like this. Farm Kitty, thank you for the super chat. You're awesome. I see you.